Maybe a zoom. There it is. There's a zoom. See it coming across there? You can see it now. How it's just coming out from underneath that fence. Alright. You can see how it's flooding down my driveway. There we go. Now we're showing you something. Look at this right here by the door. You can't even see the bottom step. It's already covered up. The bottom step just covered up. Watch this stuff. There. Now watch it go down the driveway. Watch how it hits the street. See how it's flooded? I mean, it's just flat out getting it. And that's all because the apartments up there don't have any way to drain off their water when it flows over. It flows over the hill, the bank's back there, and it just runs down the hill. Look at it. It's just ripping trash and stuff. I mean, there goes my driveway right there. Look at it, fellas. The whole driveway is just about to get ate up here and pulled away. The whole end of my driveway is going to be dissolved here in a minute if it keeps this shit up. I ain't gonna have no kind of driveway whatsoever. I mean, look at that. The guy's just taking it out. All that drainage. I mean, it's pouring too. I mean, it's just a good downpour. You see how that's all coming? Now watch how it goes. Look how it's going out to the street. It's just washing my driveway away completely. All that eating up my peach tree roots. Hey, look, see, there's my peach trees. That's probably why they're not doing so good. The roots done got exposed. All this rain. And most of it, there's some, I don't know if you can note it over here with this camera, but if you can see it coming off my neighbor's yard, you'd know it's seeping through this right here, right? This mound of dirt that we built right there, it's seeping through the bottom of it because it's coming off his hill. You can almost see it right over here. Let's see. You can see it coming off of there. See it right over there? I don't know if I'm too close or not. See how it's coming right there? There you go. You can see it flowing right there. It's flowing down his little concrete chute, and that concrete chute ends right there. I hollowed out through here a ditch, you know, and that's why I had these planters put up all the way long time ago. That's why these planters are here. But I had to take a bunch of them out when they built this road up in here. And so I had to take these planters out. It was guiding that water to his side. And now as it is, it's coming out. It's seeping out right here and going right. See where it's seeping out? It's seeping out right there. That's where it's coming out. It's coming out into my property and washing away. Look how it's filling up over here. It wasn't this forceful a while ago, but so much rain has fallen in the last few minutes, you can just see it. You can just see it. And look at all that. That's just horrible. That is just horrible. I mean, that's such a waste of money. All this money that we spent on this driveway, $2,500 to landscape, and $1,600 for rock. And look at this stuff. Look at this. Now watch. You can see it literally coming out from there, just a stream. If you go up here to the far end, hold it, look how much it's coming out. It's just flooding my whole drive right there. I mean, this is what I was talking about, why I didn't want to finish my fence right there until somebody did something about the drain. Because it's going to just hollow out from underneath the fence right there and pour into the yard. And it's going to dry, and it's just gutted my, look how it's gutted my driveway right here. It's just a big old gutter right there. I mean, that's probably about a foot deep right there. And then when it hits, when the rocks spread out, see how they spread out? Part of it's going down the tire tracks over here. See, part of it's going down the tire track right there. That's where we came up it the other day, using it before while it was dry, semi-dry. But look at this. I mean, I ain't got no driveway now. This is horrible. I got $5,000 in this driveway and the landscaping, and the landscaping ain't doing me no good if the water, just because it's directed around the house. I mean, this is what was falling next to the house without the gutters. Thank you, Tommy, for the gutters. But doggone, it ain't stopping this. It ain't stopping this at all. It's just keeping it routed enough away from the foundation. It ain't really washing the foundation away. The Lord help us if it keeps raining, we're gonna be in some real sorry shape. Look at this. I mean, that's just, look at that. Yeah, it's just tearing up the damn bottom end of my driveway. Thank God I piled the gravel up on the side, or it would have washed it completely out. I mean, at least I got some gravel piled up to the edges. See where I piled it up on this side, and to that side over here I piled it up here. But it ain't piled up enough. If it keeps raining like this, it's gonna take it all out. I ain't gonna have nothing, no way in the way of a driveway. I mean, it's ridiculous. Look how this is right here. Look at that. That's just horrible. All right, I got my phone ringing. Hey, we might have to wait on this, Bubba. I'm filming my driveway being washed away. Yeah, but I'm filming my driveway right this second, Bubba. I'm taking these pictures so the damn they can see the water flowing up underneath the fence line where it's just flooded. Yeah, I mean, it's a river coming down my driveway, Bubba. I mean, but it's washing my hill away. I'm watching it just disappear. Oh, really? Oh, on the back of your lawns, over flooded. Damn. Well, I mean, I know it's a downpour. It's a wally buster here, I tell you, but I bet it was. I bet this is the tropical storm water here. This is some of that tropical water coming up from that tropical storm. It's just pulling it up. But man, I mean, if I hadn't piled the gravel to both sides, Ryan, I would not have anything down there at the bottom left. At least just taking 3 paths down the driveway where I ran the tiller, you know, that time and tried to smooth it out. At least just taking those paths and staying away from my brick and staying away from the corner of the house. But I mean, the bottom step right here where I'm standing on the porch is covered with water. I mean, that tells you how much is coming down, and it's just. Oh, I bet not. Well, I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, we can go move it here. I mean, we got till 7 if the lady will give us till a little, maybe it'll slack up. Huh? Yeah, well, I mean, we can do it here in just a little bit, but we just don't want to stand out there grabbing a metal fridge in the lightning. And see, this water's cutting. It's cutting across the very top. You know where the top bamboo is on that last rise, and where I told you the water was coming through their side underneath the fence. Well, because that water's coming through on their side, it's beginning to flow over this little short hill right here and down into this gutter that goes down the side. So it's actually filling up next to the house, as well as washing out 3 straight streams of water going down. And I'll show you this film. It's going 3 straight streams going down, and when it hits the street, it pushes out into the street about 3 feet to catch that gusher. I mean, you can actually see my water coming down the hill, pushing into the stream water going down the street, and you can see it's actually pushing. I got more force in my water than the stream going down the street does. All right, yeah, go ahead. Just holler back at me when you're ready. We'll do it in a minute. All right. Bye. Man. Man, this is just awful. My address is 1021 Brookwood Drive. This is where it's happening. This is where the flood is coming off. The city of Augusta has not cleaned out that utility district area between back of my property and the edge of the apartment. The edge of the apartments is nothing but an embankment, and it flows right over their curb. When it gets this heavier rain, it flows over their curb, right down that embankment. In my neighbor's yard, it flows over. I've made a ditch back there in my yard. The ditch is taking it off, and the stumps are taking it off there. But everything in his backyard is flowing over into my backyard and going down my driveway and washing my driveway away. And I mean, I hate to get on Luke's ass about it, but he's going to have to do something or contact somebody, because I mean, I can't have this. This is $5,000 just going down the drain. $5,000 washing, and the driveway ain't getting no better. It's just getting worse. It's just horrible. I mean, I'm glad I cut all the trees down. I would have had trees all over the place. These trees would have fell on this house. There wouldn't have been nothing left. Although that might have been a good thing. I don't know. I just have all these plants and mothers in the ground, and he's gone now 10 years or better. Lord have mercy. Jesus, this is just horrible. I hope you have some kind of flood insurance. I kept telling Tommy to get flood insurance. He said, get flood insurance. Well, we can't get flood insurance there. Well, you might can now, Bubba. If I show him this video, you might can get some flood insurance. I mean, because I'm gonna have to have something done up here. This is awful. I mean, it ain't even slacked up coming through that hole there. It's just constantly pouring out of there. And that ain't from my side, that's from Luke's side, because I have all the water in the back of my yard diverted, and it ain't going nowhere. It's going out to the woods, so it can seep into several yards. But this is ridiculous here. This is just, I mean, it's all killing me here. This is all my money. All my money going down the drain. My son's money, all the lottery money we have. That's just a big waste. I mean, I could have scratched it off and done just as good there. Lord have mercy. I told that man to use that concrete shit. He didn't do it. He put gravel in my driveway and packed it down kind of halfway. I knew it wouldn't hold up to a storm. I've seen these storms come down this hill before, when I lived here before I had the landscaping done. Which is why I had all the trees moved and all the landscaping done. Because it was ruining the foundation. And now that we finally got some gutters that'll hold the water off away from the house corners, we might survive falling down the hill. But we keep getting this rain, all my money that I spent's gonna be gone. It's gonna be wasted. I mean, it's ridiculous here. I mean, for a couple of $3,000, I could probably get me a concrete driveway with 2 little concrete walks up the way. But, I mean, I don't know I just don't know what to do here. I mean, this looks horrible. And I'm not getting any relief. There's just no relief. I mean, it's just a steady downpour for I don't know how long. Well, there's 12 minutes of it, fellers. That ought to give you a pretty good darn picture of it. And this is how it's supposed to go around the house. And you can see how it's filling up. I mean, if you look at the edge of the house and how far it is for the edge of the house, it's halfway there, water-wise. And that's mainly because it's filling up there. It's coming, see how it's coming across this little hill? The little hill right there. That little hill right there is going to get washed away with this kind of a flow of water. And this is just taking out that side of the driveway altogether. I mean, I may not get to even finish my fence work. My fence work might be so far above the soil. I mean, it's just, I don't know. And it's just not getting any better. Look at the flow. Look at this. It's just washing me away. Pictures don't do justice. That's why I'm filming this. Man. This is just horrible here. It ain't getting no better. I mean, the rain ain't letting up. Not one doggone bit. I don't know if you can see how it's raining, but it's raining, guys. It's pouring. And you see how much rain coming down there? You can see it. Lightning's still breaking. I don't know if I can show it to you coming down right there like that. You can see it coming down. It's just coming down hard. And it's actually letting up a little bit right now compared to what it was a few seconds ago. But this is really ridiculous here. That's just ridiculous. Look at all that water still coming out of the drain. It's still coming out from underneath my neighbor's property. That's where my fence line ends, and that's where the water's cutting around it. But if the fence was complete, it wouldn't help. It's going up underneath the fence. You can see where it's coming out from underneath the fence all the way up there. So there's so much water on his side that it's cutting a trail over there. And look at how it's cutting me a dang waterfall over here. Look at all these waterfalls over here. Look at it. Coming down the hill. See it? Just look at it. Waterfall, waterfall, waterfall. And it gets right here and it spreads out because the gravel that's washed down has done made a, you know, like a river goes out into the ocean. It made me a big old W there. And there's the rock. You can see how it's pushed the rock out the way. And it's watered. The water's coming down over here to this ditch side. And fortunately for me, it's running down that brick and over into the dirt. Because if it had stayed running course-wise down the side of the house here, this house would have been gone already. It would have been gone already. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I can't imagine it being any better. I mean, every time it rains, it must be like this. Even when I'm sleeping, it must be doing this. But at least I had a good afternoon here with the light, and I could catch it in the afternoon. Show you just what a good downpour does. Wow. Man, 16 minutes. I guess to stop about 20 minutes of it ought to be enough to demonstrate my point. I mean, I don't know what it'll look like when it's done, but when it gets dry, I'll take some pictures out here too and show you just how great a depth it dug. I'm glad I got the driveway up and down yesterday, because if we hadn't done it yesterday, we wouldn't have moved none of Kenny's back couches and nothing. I don't know if that was yesterday or the day before. Tuesday, I think it was, we did that. Tuesday afternoon, that's right. Yesterday I slept. I didn't have no meds or cigarettes yesterday. I was trying to keep myself out of trouble by staying at home and just sleeping. Man, oh man. This is really bad. Here comes some more thunder and lightning. I don't know, it looks like the bottom's coming out again, boys. It might not be over yet. Wow. I mean, it's just washing it all away. Everything I had down there. Washing every bit of it away. Wow. I mean, that's over a foot wide gully washer going down my driveway, which used to be gravel and grass, but because of these hard rains and so much force going down the driveway, I've lost my entire driveway, and I don't have any kind of driveway insurance. I mean, there ought to be something to kind of cover this somewhere, Tommy. But Tommy, I don't know what he's doing with the insurance on this place here, but it's his business. He sure needs to do something. Otherwise, this is going to be dangerous here. I mean, I know we've had a lot of water, but look at this. Water just flowing over this top thing here. It's already done got so wide now, it's way above this step here. Wow. That's just, hey, look at that. I mean, look at it, it's just flowing right over the step. And you can hear the rain. You can still hear it. I got the volume up enough where you can hear it. Look at that. It's just tearing my driveway all to pieces, man. I want to cry. Please, God, hold my peach trees together, because I know the limbs are breaking like crazy with this kind of a storm. I already got 2 or 3 broken limbs off the peach trees. Now I'm wondering if I ain't going to have a bunch more. I don't want to get my damn foot wet. Man. I mean, look at that. It's like rapids. Look at that. Yeah, it's just splashing going down. I mean, it is flat out forcefully moving itself down this hill. And you can see where I had bricks for the water to run down. And it's about to get all the dirt washed away from them right here. It's about to just, you can see where the bricks go right there. And then you see where the water's going, it's just washing it away. If it keeps cutting into the side of where those bricks are anymore, I'm glad I got that turn right there. At least it turns the soil away. Keeps it from cutting any further. God bless you, Lord, for putting that little curve in there. Because it would be tearing my peach trees out of their sockets right now. They'd be falling over. And still, I mean, you hear the thunder, it ain't stopped. And there it is, still coming out over there. Just coming out right up underneath those fences over there, still coming down the hill. Still roaring down right here. I mean, you can tell that the water's almost, yeah, see, it's starting to subside because you can see the sides of the dirt there. But it's still so much coming down the hill that the force is still reckless. I mean, it's just ripping this stuff out. I mean, down there at the bottom, see, look at that. Look at that. I can't get a good enough picture because I can't really lean out into the rain and take the proper picture that I want. But I'd love to get in front of that and show you how it's balled up in the front. I don't think I can see that from the front door. All right, guys, I'm gonna turn that off now.